Hi, it's Elizabeth Moffitt from Pulmonary Rehab at Hagen Hospital. Today I'm going to go over breaking the dyspnea cycle. We went over last week the importance of making sure that you have an actual lung condition before you start these techniques, so I'm going to assume that you know that you do in fact have a lung problem. Okay, so when you're having shortness of breath, the very first thing that you need to break this cycle is you need to make a commitment to yourself to do more, okay? What is more? Well, that's up to you. I recommend starting off very slow, but just make a commitment to do more. The other thing that you need to do is you need to focus on what parts of your body you're using when you breathe. So let's take a couple of breaths in and out right now. Just a nice breath in and out, and in and out. Okay. Did you notice that any of your muscles moved more than others during the inspiration or the expiration? Okay, well, if you noticed that your chest, shoulders, and neck were moving the most when you were breathing in and out, then more than likely you were using the wrong muscles to breathe, okay? But this is very typical for a patient that has COPD or any other breathing issues. Your body just, it does what it gets used to doing, basically. And you do tend to think that you're going to get more air in and out with the more that you move your body, but in fact, you're going to get less air in and out, and you're going to utilize more muscles that require more oxygen. So the very first thing that you need to do is make sure that you are breathing with your diaphragm. Okay, the way to tell if you're breathing with your diaphragm is to place one hand on your chest, one hand on your abdomen. When you breathe in, you want your stomach to go out. When you breathe out, you want your stomach to go in. Practice that a couple times. The other thing that you want to do is you want to breathe in for 2 breaths and then breathe out for 4 breaths. This is because it is important that you take a big deep breath in so the air that you're breathing in can get oxygen to your bloodstream. And then it's also important to breathe out twice as long so that you're getting everything back out, okay? The tendency when you get short of breath is to breathe really fast. That does not work, okay? Because the faster that you breathe, the less air you're getting out with each breath. Therefore, the air isn't getting to where it needs to go to exchange the gases with the blood, so your blood's not getting the oxygen that you need. So basically, if you're breathing super quick, you start to panic. It's kind of like, okay, that air that you're breathing in is getting from about here to maybe about your chest, okay? And then you're breathing it right back out. So you need to get air all the way to the ends of your lungs, to the little alveoli, in order to exchange gases properly and get oxygen to the different parts of your body that you need it, okay? So just to recap, the diaphragmatic breathing, you're going to take a deep breath in on a count for 2 while your belly raises. And then as you exhale, you're pushing the air out, and you want to do it for twice as long as what you breathed it in. So if you breathe in counting to 2, breathe out counting to 4. If you need a bigger breath, you're going to breathe into 3 and breathe out to 6, okay? That's something that you need to practice every day. That's because you're strengthening this diaphragm muscle, okay? The diaphragm is a muscle. It does need to be worked out, and it does need to be strengthened. When a patient has pulmonary disease, it's very common for the diaphragm to get flattened a little bit, and that's because of the extra air that people with COPD or emphysema carry with them. It actually flattens the diaphragm out a little bit. So it's very important that you work your diaphragm muscle while you're just sitting and not doing anything, so that way you've got it. When you start getting out of breath, you're going to be using the correct muscles to breathe. You're going to be utilizing less oxygen, but you're going to be breathing in deeper, so you're going to be getting more oxygen to where it needs to go. It's just going to help you all the way around, okay? Diaphragmatic breathing is just one breathing technique, but it is the main breathing technique combined with something called pursed-lipped breathing that I will actually talk about on my next video. So for this week, Just practice breathing. It sounds simple, and it is, but you need to retrain your muscles, and that is going to help you in the long run. So I will be back next week to talk about pursed lip breathing. Once again, if you have any questions at all, you can send me a Facebook message on Hagen's Cardiopulmonary Rehab, and my name is Elizabeth Moffitt. So I'll talk to you next week. Bye.